Good morning, good afternoon, good night, teacher. We're going to present you our homework and we're going to talk about the Bermuda Triangle. Our team is confirmed by Daniela Bernabé Sosa, Ezequiel de Jesus Castillo Ibarra, and your server, Diego Luis Martinez Hernandez. Please enjoy it.
The Bermuda Triangle is called a wide geographical area in the Atlantic Ocean. Includes in each of its vertices the Bermuda Island, from which it takes its name as the most insulated place. The extension of this triangle is calculated in more than 1 million square kilometers. Its popularity is due to a large number of ships and planes that have disappeared in its waters in a strange way. However, it is due to the publication of the book The Bermuda Triangle by Charles Berlitz in the mid-20th century, when the name of fear of said area became popular. In 1951, the Associated Press, the journalist E.W. Jones wrote about this strange collection of boat disappearances near the Bahamas, naming the area the Devil's Triangle. In 1952, an article by George Sand appeared in the magazine Destino. This article is about the disappearances in the area, and in 1964, the writer and diver Vincent Garis gave it its current name, Bermuda Triangle. In an article in the magazine Argosy, it didn't take long to write a curious book whose title was suggestive Invisible Horizons, The True Mysteries of the Sea, and in which he spoke of the daily triangle of Bermuda. This is Vincent Gaddis, who is on the name by which this area is popular now.
The journey thought this place has been done since the time of the discovery of America. We are facing an area acceptably traveled by sea and by air, an area that, in addition to its own navigation, offers other dangers, such as being in a hurricane zone or having a very unstable weather, or leaving the Atlantic Ocean and enter to the Caribbean Sea in the Gulf of Mexico. This meant that centuries ago, there had been a high number of shipwrecks in the area, that sailing and without modern navigation devices like a radar or like a GPS. In closer times, there have been equality surprising losses in one place where magnetic north does not correspond to the natural north. However, it is not the only area in our planet that seems touched by the marine curse that makes ships and planes disappear. The Spanish writer Antonio Rivera spoke of 12 cruised triangles on our planet. However, the most identified and representative, along with the Bermuda, is called the Dragon Triangle. It is located in the China Sea, and other is the so-called Marysburg Vortex, located between the United States and Canada in Lake Ontario. Okay, and Charles Burtis is responsible for having made the first official list of disappearances in the area. He exposed textually the data that we have in this slide. In 1840, HMS Rosalie, it was a ship that was heading to the Havana in Cuba and was found without tripulation. Okay. Then in 1909, in November, Spray, it was a small yacht owned by a Canadian adventurer called Joshua Scullum. And it was from February 20 in 1844 to November 14 in 1909, or some dates later. And at the end of these examples, we have in 1918, the cargo ship USS Cyclops AC-4 with 308 men on board, and its ship sinks due to a hurricane. And of course, there are more examples or more ships that get lost there, but these are some examples. Now it's time to my classmate Diego to explain you a specific topic.
Well, we only talk about the ships and we don't even talk about the airplanes. There are a lot of airplanes that disappear in that zone that I'm going to talk you about a little bit. The principal one is the Flight 19. The loss of Flight 19 further launched the popularity of this area. It was a squadron of the 5 TBM Avenger bombers from the US Navy, based in Fort Lauderdale on December 5, 1945. It was a routine flight of training and, however, the pilots and their ships never returned. That fired the imagination of all the people in the world because it was a very important news. Later, a Martin Mariner went out in search of the lost of the Avengers, who also disappeared the later possibly as a result of the explosion of the fuel tanks. In fact, they were known as the flight coffins because of the easy ease with which the tanks exploded. The squadron became disoriented. Their compasses failed and they lost the course to the Atlantic or parallel to the coast instead of flying toward land. That was the end of the American squad. Charles Berlitz, in his book, will talk about strange visual effects that affect the pilots, but this has never been demonstrated. Likewise, the US Navy report attributes the loss of the aircraft to unknown causes or reasons, which continues to add a bit of mystery to the disappearance. Next, please. It is estimated in the last 100 years that some of 10 million ships have passed through that area. It's believed that a total of 50 ships and 20 aircraft have disappeared since the 19th century. That are impressive statistics, don't you think? What do you think is happening in there, teacher? Please leave it on the comments. Well, that will be all that we have to say. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. See you soon.